No, you said you can't,
I said it's
spooge yourself unless you have a boner.
Right.
I'm saying...
It's a medical podcast now.
And I'm saying
the boner does not exist, there is no spooging.
that
I did
might
say
not
that.
necessarily be true. But
That sounds like computer science now.
You're steering this conversation back onto my penis. I'm gonna have to talk about my penis.
This is on topic. This is part of the topic.
Oh
Gavin.
God. Is there any way we can get Gus
How
to
do you
spew?
not know
Swallow.
that
Beautiful.
men get erections in their
I
sleep?
do know, and I know the reason. It's so you don't piss yourself in your sleep.
It's not
What?
true.
It's true, because when you have a rock on, you can't pee easily. Like, it's like a valve that like swings over. It's like spunk
So
or piss.
how do women keep from pissing themselves at night?
Like, get a clit on or something. I don't know.
Jesus
But what,
Christ.
you can't...
I'm
I
not
think Barbara knows way more about male
Yeah.
anatomy than you know about female anatomy.
You can tell just by my drawings.
I'm gonna bet.
You can't... Yeah.
What? Well, you can't. What can't you do?
But you can't pee if you have a boner.
I can.
I can.
How do you do it?
You can totally pee if you have a boner.
Yeah,
the
it's
problem with
just pushes
peeing
in,
with a
right?
boner is the angle. That's the only thing that's a problem. It's
Nah,
trying
it's
to-
not. It's right. It's not. It's there's a valve in there.
Don't you
or
just
something.
kind of just tease it downwards?
You don't know anything. Shut
you know.
up. He's
Don't.
making
No,
sense
really
at this
don't.
point.
I just draw
think-
them, that's it.
I honestly think that when you have a rock on in the night, it's so you don't just have a dream and pee. But over here, it's just like declaw your cut your cats.
Jack, I think you're missing the point, though. I mean, if someone told you they could take your fingers off and it wouldn't hurt, you still wouldn't want to do it, right?
Well, I mean, cats they're not operating vehicles. They're not doing anything with their fingers.
Don't have
They're not playing video games.
They're not playing Minecraft 10
Yeah.
10 hours a day for a living.
Have you ever heard my impression of Gavin on the podcast?
No.
You got to do it now.
Here we go.
You just volunteer yourself.
Gavin likes to ask questions that nobody would ever think of ever in their lifetime.
Well, apparently on this podcast, I asked what is a period, so I'm kind of still really.
Well, that's a normal question. My impression of Gavin is, what if your legs didn't know that they were legs? Just like completely nonsensical,
Yeah.
amazing
That was
questions.
a fantastic Gavin
I know.
impersonation.
You always have to start with the
Oh man, I'm going to look up cochlea on the internet.
Don't misspell that.
No, actually, it's
I'm
worse.
envisioning now a plant that looks like a penis.
It almost
Me
looks like a
too.
snail with these three.
But did you see the video of them demonstrating how the cat falls? It like flips its head and the body goes, but then they do it in 0G or in space or wherever they are, and
Yeah.
the cat's just like, just doesn't know which way to turn. It just can't do it because there's no.
Let's test that with Joe.
Yeah,
in
that
space.
is.
Joe
Did they
probably-
really take a cat to space?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
they-
no,
they-
it was the zero. I thought it was the vomit comet.
Yeah,
Well,
where
no, the
they
vomit
take
comet-
that plane and they put it in a
Oh, okay,
parabolic
okay.
No,
arc.
no,
all right.
the vomit
We have
comet
the
would
internet.
work though because you're falling.
No. There's so
Do you know?
there is like,
do you know how weightlessness occurs in space?
You just fall around the earth.
yeah, you're
Right.
falling.
Yeah.
So how is that any different than the vomit comet?
Because a cat on land, you drop it and it'll spin around. Won't it?
But the vomit comet is when you have 0G.
It's only the illusion of 0G.
So I see what Gavin's saying. Gavin's saying the
A
cat is still falling.
Still knows where the Earth is. It's still
Right,
like,
but it's falling in space.
space is just falling around the Earth. It's not falling in any direction. There's no
It's
wind.
falling.
Space
It's
is
coming to
falling
the Earth. You are
around
falling
the
to the
Earth.
Earth.
Yeah, but you're not going down. You're not going.
Yes, you are.
You're going
Things
around.
things are in constant entropy coming back down to Earth.
Right, but it's
We have
not
a-
enough for the cat to know that it's in a decaying orbit.
Well, here we're gonna find
There's a
out.
cat on the vomit comet.
No, there's a cat. It's a weightless cat. I don't know exactly where it came
It is.
from.
I've seen
Do you have the
this.
video?
They're on a
Okay,
plane.
here we
They're
go.
on a
They're on a
plane.
plane?
They're in a parabolic arc, so they're in
So-
0G.
Okay, that's them testing clearly
All right.
without gravity.
Who
Gavin.
the fuck are they? What are those hats?
These cats were having a nice day at home.
That's
earlier.
like Oh, see, they flip around, no problem.
Good job.
All right. Oh, here we go. Now this. Oh, no. That cat says, "What is going on?" For you audio podcasters.
This will be in the link dump. We'll put the
Oh
link
my
dump.
god. Oh, those
Oh
poor
my God.
cats.
So wait,
fucking white cat.
I don't understand that. They just kicked it into the ceiling. I don't understand. What is the difference there?
There is no difference. I'm
my
telling you, it's the
God.
same thing. If you're in a free fall, you are in free fall in space. You're just falling very fast around the Earth, back
Yeah.
down to the Earth.
But what Gavin's
I
saying, you're
climbed
in
up.
free fall just for a much less time. Like
Yeah.
if I drop my
Right.
gear, it's in free fall, but
But
it's
say I climbed up a really tall ladder on Earth, and I dropped a cat, it would go the right way up and fall.
actually.
Wouldn't
This
it?
fucked me up. We had a standardized test in the U.S. called the ACT test. It's ACT, A-C-T. And one of the parts was reading comprehension. We had to read a passage in it and then answer questions on it. Well, there's like 10 of those in that section, and I was blazing through it, filling everything out, And I get to this one section, and the reading comprehension was about a trait in cats that if you take them and you throw them, they land on their feet. But if you take them and you toss them out of a 20 or 30-story building, after a certain amount of time of falling, they right themselves, but then they do this. They spread out like this.
Like flying squirrels.
Yes.
Yes, and so they land flat, and their rib cage absorbs the impact. And I remember this because I read this in this passage. So a cat that falls from 15 plus stories has a better chance of surviving than a cat that falls below that.
Yeah, there's like a dead zone in the middle.
Right. Because the cat don't have the time for that mechanism to kick in. And cats survive these unbelievably long falls. And I was laughing so hard. This like, who the fuck is that? But these cats like.
This is my point.
Here's the deal.
This is my point, guys.
Okay.
You drop a cat out of a 50-story window, it will right itself immediately and glide to the bottom.
You don't know that. You've never seen that.
I imagine it would.
Yeah, but we can speculate that. I'll give you
So
that.
why didn't the cat falling inside the plane
When
do
you're
that?
falling out of a 50-story building or off of a tall ladder, you have like wind and other
So it's
factors
based
also
on wind.
adjusting you. I'm saying that's one of the factors affecting.
Yeah.
When you're in an enclosed space like that, you're falling inside of another object that's also falling, so you don't have those other cues as well. So you are seemingly weightless.
You have no external forces on you. You don't have gravity on you. Seemingly don't have
There's
gravity on you.
no wind resistance.
So a blind cat that couldn't feel wouldn't be able to right itself.
That is correct.
Can we qualify this anymore, please?
A blind cat that couldn't feel. I don't understand. Like,
What is the definition of not feeling?
A blind.
If he's blind to senses.
If we had the Helen Keller of cats, and we threw it off a
Helen
building.
Keller could feel.
So it's a
feeling
really,
is like
That's the one thing she had was feel.
it's a really
If you
numb
put Helen
and really
Keller in
blind
the
cat.
vomit comment.
Water, Joe. Water. Okay.
I think it's different if the cat's in space.
I don't know. How
Why
would
is
it be different than
cats
that?
in space? Why is it different than cats in space?
Space gravity is different to planet gravity.
I can literally see the gear.
Space
turning
gravity is
inside.
different than planet gravity.
So Gavin, if the Earth is this big,
I used to brush my tongue, but I feel like when I brush my tongue, it like activates my gag reflex, and I want to.
that's what
That's
I'm doing
me.
now. Like my
How
gag
far back
reflex.
are you brushing
No, even
your
if it's
tongue?
like here in the middle.
That's an animated gift.
It depends. It
thanks
depends.
for the
like,
other anime gift. How far back are you brushing your tongue, bud?
For me, it depends day to day, like how vigorous I can be with my tongue. Like some mornings, I've done all my teeth and it's just like, and I'm just like, I just touched the wrong bit. It's like, I'll give that a miss today. But I went to the doctor. This is probably like 2 or 3 months before I came here. I think my tonsils were swollen or something. And it was one of those days where I had a really sensitive gag reflex. So the woman was like, trying to look at my tonsils, and I was raising my tongue, and she was like trying to press down, and she was like, "Can you relax your tongue?" And I was like, "Okay." And I got excited to go up again, and she was like, "All right, I'm just going to use this stick." So she put this stick to the back of my tongue, and then like it was like a little wood, like a lollipop stick. And she was like, this, she was
tongue
like,
depressor, it's called.
yeah, and she was doing this, and then it went. She snapped it. She's like, "Jesus, you have the strongest tongue I've ever seen." And I was like, "I'm so sorry."
Ladies,
in
he
the
is
end-
single.
In the end, she just
Men,
had to, like,
he is single.
She just had to hold the tip of my tongue for like 5 minutes. I
bet she did.
Until I naturally like depressed it. And she was like, "Yeah, your tonsils all right." And then I went, but it was just like I got a really strong.
So let me get
my
this straight.
tongue just-
The dentist is sitting there with you, and she's
The
holding your
doctor.
tongue
It was a
for
doctor.
5 minutes. Like you just did you make conversation? Just like
Yeah, that's
stare
awkward
at each
as
other
fuck.
for 5 minutes?
Hey,
Yeah,
baby,
she
you
was
got
just
a
like,
sweet tongue.
Relax. And I was just like. Slowly.
So
What a shitty patient you are. You're just the worst.
I had my tonsils removed when I think I was either 10 or 11.
Right.
And like 2 or 3 years ago, I went to the doctor, and he did the same thing. And I have the same problem where I can't relax my tongue. And we fight for a bit. And eventually, he looks, and he's like, "Oh yeah, your tonsils look okay." And I'm like, "I had my tonsils removed 24 years ago or whatever." He's like, "Okay, I lied. I couldn't see them."
Totally
Holy
caught him.
shit, man! What an honest doctor, what an honest lying doctor.
Yeah.
Wow. My dad. You'll love this story, Gus, because you have siblings that you can't stand. My dad, his brother got tonsillitis. The doctor comes around and says, "Oh yeah, Justin has tonsillitis. We're gonna take his tonsils out. But since I'm here, why don't I just take out all the kids' tonsils?"
That is awful.
They took
I would
out
hate him.
They took
I would
out
smack him. After that.
5 kids.
Oh my god.
Is it good or bad to do that now?
Do you think he was like, "I need a second story on my house. So what am I gonna do?"
Well, I think it was like post-depression era with my dad's age.
Everyone says that like it's a casual. "Oh, I have my tonsils out." It sounds horrible.
Yeah.
carving out your
like melon
back-
balls.
And then you get like bowls of ice cream.
No,
for
have you asked anyone else had their tonsils out?
No.
I remember waking up and like I felt like my throat was on fire. I woke up and I instantly like felt burning. I tried to scream because it hurt so bad,
Is
and
this
like
with your tonsils or after they were gone?
like after they were gone.
Okay.
I tried to scream and like nothing came out. I was like and it was like tears are streaming down your face and you can't use your throat at all. And you're right. People are always like, oh, they give you ice cream, they give you sherbet. Fuck that. It hurts so bad.
You can buy ice cream bar, bro.
Yeah, I was
you
like-
have to get your throat ripped apart.
Oh my god!
A bowl of
And
ice
then
cream.
the nurse comes by and I'm like screaming. He's like, "Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Don't try to talk." I'm like nothing's coming out.
I get
The statues they get are not personalized because they don't know who won, and then that's where they go to get their statues
Do
personalized.
they get a ticket? Do you know? Do they get a
I
ticket?
think they vouch for you if you have an Emmy.
Redeem one Emmy.
Did you see? Do you see that picture of
I'm
Tom
the winner
Hanks?
of comedy writing. My name is Haywood Jablomi.
Do they like personalize it right there? Do they have like a guy who draws caricatures and personalizes your Emmy?
It's the
like,
same
hey,
dude-
do you like roller skates?
It's the
You
same
like
dude
soccer, don't you?
Who sews the names on the hats at Disneyland.